Today, I'm going to show you how to run a search in Library and Information Science Source, which is one of the many databases you have available to you through UMD libraries. So the database that we're searching, Library and Information Science Source, is labeled up here on the top, and we're searching this in the EBSCO platform, so this blue search screen that you may be familiar with from other searches. We are going to start with something nice, big, and broad. I always recommend going in with a broad search, and we are going to look for articles and other sources on information behavior. This is going to return about 14,000 results, which is too many to sort through. So to narrow down these results, we have a few options available to us. One is over on the left, we can use the limiters that are available to us. So if we only wanted to see things that have full text, so things that we already have the PDF or the HTML full text available to us, like this article right here, we could select that and it's going to take us down to about 11,000 results. We can also pull up our publication date. So this is right now including materials from 1943 to 2020, which is a pretty broad stretch. So we are going to pull that up to 2010, let's say the last 10 years, which is going to take us down to about 7,500. So you can see that we're limiting really quickly, which is great. We also have our source types. So if we only want to look, we know, for example, that our assignment is requiring scholarly peer-reviewed research, then we might want to limit to things published in academic journals. And that's going to take us down to about 6,500. One of my favorite features in this database, but also any database that you use, is something called subjects. So if you click on this, this is saying of those 6,500 results that we have on information behavior published in academic journals between 2010 and 2020, 462 of those are on research funding, 382 of those results use surveys, 271 focus on academic libraries. So this gives you a bird's eye view of what's being discussed in the literature. This is a way to, one, narrow it down. So let's say we only want to look at articles covering the information behavior of college students that meet these parameters. That's going to take us down to 201 results. But it's also a way to see really clearly what's being talked about within this research. So you can kind of scroll through here if your topic is still big and broad and get a sense of what's being discussed in the literature. So we are going to limit this to the 200 or so results we found on information behavior in college students. And those are published we're only looking at full text articles published between 2010 and 2020 in academic journals that are about information behavior and also college students. The other option available to us is, of course, to add a key term. So if we want to take any of these limiters off at any time, we just hit this X, and it's going to take us back up to that 6,500. I could also add college students as a search term, and that's going to take me down to about 820. And the reason that number is different is because this is searching the whole entire record that's available to me to find out which of these use college students. So it could be in the title, it could be in the abstract, it could be in the full text. Whereas previously, we were only looking at this list of subjects to see which ones had college students. Once you find an article you like, you're going to click on the title of the article, and it's going to tell you all the information about this article that is available. So the title of the article, the authors, where it was published, what kind of subjects are talked about in this article. It will give you an abstract, which is a summary of this article. And over on the left-hand side, when we have full text available, that will be linked here. So you can see it is going to take us to an electronic version of this article, which I can now read or download as a PDF.